Hello, and you're
Trial,
listening to the
trial,
Sisters for Freedom radio show. I'm Glow Smith, here with my co host, Adrian Ross. We are so excited to be back on air. We've been off for a few weeks, as most of you
trial,
know, and I am ready to
trial,
get this show back on the road. There's been so much going on in the news lately. I feel like we've got a lot to cover tonight in the next 2 hours. But I want to give you a quick update, really
trial,
quick, after I introduce my co
trial,
host and give Adrian an opportunity to say a few words to you. I'm
trial,
doing great, Adrian. How are you doing?
trial, 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 trial,
I did. I actually had an opportunity to go to church with my husband and family. That was
trial,
neat. And then our church puts
trial,
on this huge passion play every year, and literally thousands and thousands of people come to see it. It runs from Friday to through Sunday night, and Sandy Patty was our special
trial,
guest. And she is, if you don't know who she is, she's a great gospel singer, but she is
trial,
involved in the passion play, and it was just
trial,
again awesome. Over 300
trial,
members in a cast, but it just gives you an opportunity to kind of visually see what Christ went through. And so we even went out
trial,
for a lunch after church, and then
trial,
I came home and actually took a nap for about 30 minutes. I took a power nap, so it was good. How was your Easter?
trial, 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 trial,
It is. That was
trial,
good. And you're absolutely right. You know, everywhere I look, I mean, regardless of what state, just about every
trial,
state seemed to have beautiful weather yesterday. The sun was shining. I saw
trial,
children out playing, people out walking. Here in Florida, I actually saw people on the beach. They have a beautiful sunrise service on the beach every year, and that
trial,
was packed out as usual. Some
trial,
people stayed throughout the day, and I just can't believe how early Easter came. And then I don't know about you, but last
trial,
night I was recording like three shows because you
trial,
had the Ten Commandments was on, the new AD film
trial,
was on, and then you had Killing Jesus over on Fox that was on. So I was like, okay, which one of these I'm going to watch? Which ones I'm going to record? So I ended up hitting the
trial,
recorder on three different days to
trial,
record all three, and I fell asleep. I think probably halfway during one of the shows, but it's just amazing. I noticed this morning that there was
trial,
a little Easter egg hunt at the
trial,
White House. Did you see that?
trial, trial,
Yeah, it's amazing to me how everyone is so close together, and you've got all of those children and those little shows, and they're looking for eggs, and I'm thinking this
trial,
cannot be as easy as it appears to be. But
trial,
but the little eggs with the gold seal on them, or the seal of the White House on them, I thought those were cute.
trial,
But looked like they had a lot of celebrities out there as well. But so many times we get caught up in that, and that's not the meaning of
trial,
Easter or the reason we have it. And so I love the way you said Happy Resurrection Day, because that's what
trial,
it is. That's when we as Christians we celebrate our Lord and
trial,
Savior
trial,
resurrection. So right. Now, exactly
trial,
right. You're exactly right. But don't get me wrong. I like my chocolate eggs. So,
trial,
oh,
trial,
oh, that's great. Hey, did you happen
trial,
to see on the news this week where there was a little
trial,
clip about coloring eggs? Now,
trial,
I am, half a century old, and we've been, as long as I can remember, Adrian, me and my
trial,
family have colored Easter
trial,
eggs, and we've done that whole thing. But this week I caught on news that the dye
trial,
that you use on the eggs could be dangerous, and I thought, what else can they come up with? Every week is something different,
trial,
and I've just said to
trial,
myself, you know what? It hadn't killed me yet, or anybody else I know, but I thought that was thought that was really interesting. Now it's to dye,
trial,
not to dye eggs. So that was
trial,
yeah, exactly. But it is so good to be back on the air. I tell
trial,
you, I'm looking forward
trial,
to tonight's show. We've got so many things to talk about. There's so many hot topics out there, and I know that you have some great things that you want to
trial,
cover, and you have a very special guest that's going to
trial,
join us. And so we are going to get started with that. But there
trial,
seems to be a lot of movement with this president today, and his opinion on what he's going to do historically
trial,
regarding Iran. And so as I began to listen to so many different
trial,
shows, hold on one second, Adrian. It seems like I've
trial,
been talking and not you. So let me see how we add you to the show. So I want to tell our
trial,
guests, we are
trial,
on this new network and we've tested it and we're still working with it, and I
trial,
have evidently not turned on Adrian's Mac, so you can hear me and not Adrian. And I
trial,
assure you, she has been talking on the show. So give me a second. I'm going
trial,
to go back and see how I can add Adrian so she will not
trial,
be missing, or you will not be missing out on hearing her.
trial, trial,
Yeah. So anyway, I just want to tell our audience that this
trial,
week, I think it's going to be a week that we're going to continue to watch. And Adrian, I'm still attempting to log you
trial,
in, so if you'll
trial,
just bear with me for a second. I want to make sure that I have
trial,
your mic on. And it looks like I do. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to record the
trial,
show, and I'm going to be waiting
trial,
a second to make sure that Adrian is on. Adrian, can you hear me now?
trial,
Okay.
trial,
I am. Yes,
trial,
you hear me? I lost you for. Okay. Yeah, I lost you for a second. So just one second. I'm going to keep trying to get you
trial,
on, and I'm going to be adding Adrian in so you can
trial,
hear her speaking as well. But I'm
trial,
going to go ahead and finish talking. So
trial,
you've probably been, like me, just really trying to figure out all that's going on um,
trial,
in the news this
trial,
week. From the Iran deal, we've seen the president point of view, and we've also seen the prime minister come out and
trial,
say this is not a good deal. And I find it so
trial,
interesting that our president seems to think that this is
trial,
a good deal. And so I just don't know, what Congress is
trial,
going to do. It seems like, the president
trial,
and Secretary Kerry has had over 18 months to
trial,
put this deal together, this bad deal together. We've all heard from different sources on different stations on the news
trial,
that that the deal is not what the president
trial,
said it was going to be, and that he has compromised on so
trial,
much. So again, I am not sure what Congress is going to do, but I get the feeling that the president has
trial,
that same idea that if Congress do not do
trial,
what he wants them to do, then he'll do as he pleases, which is normally what he does. So
trial,
I think that's going to be interesting to see what the president do and what Congress
trial,
also will do.
trial,
I'm hoping that they have a plan. I've not really heard anything that
trial,
I think is going to convince the president to work with the Congress. And I feel strongly that he has completely ignored the Congress
trial,
like he usually do.
trial,
And so I'm hoping that Congress will come together in a bipartisan fashion and represent not only our
trial,
country, but
trial,
present to the president a plan that will work and that's something that
trial,
Israel, the prime minister, can live with. I thought that some of the points that the prime minister
trial,
made regarding the seriousness of this and how dangerous
trial,
it will be for Iran to have sorry about that, to be able to create
trial,
this nuclear weapon in a matter of months is
trial,
a very serious issue. And so I'm hoping that our president will just,
trial,
do the right thing and allow Congress to act. And
trial,
I've heard from Republicans and Democrats that there are some things in this plan they like and there are some things that they don't
trial,
like. So I'm hoping that again that
trial,
the president will work with
trial,
our Congress in a bipartisan fashion, and hopefully we'll get something done. I do think
trial,
that there is a possibility that
trial,
something can work out, but I'm just not sure what that is.
trial,
So
trial, 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 trial,
right,
trial, 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 trial,
right. Well, the other thing, Adrian, I think that's going to be interesting is
trial,
what is Congress going to do? Are they going to work together and do what's best for
trial,
America and protect America while also
trial,
understanding that, the other countries that are our allies are
trial,
looking and hoping that we're going to lead and not leave from behind. And so I think that
trial,
it's going to be interesting to see how Congress come together in a bipartisan fashion to address this issue and see
trial,
what they come up with. And June the 30th, I know it's going to be here, and I'm sure the president is going to want to hold to that deadline. But we
trial,
all know that
trial,
he has, on more than one occasion, extended the deadline on his behalf to get what he wanted. And I think that as we saw
trial,
John Kerry
trial,
work out the deal, and we saw some of the other partners leave when they said, okay, this is the deadline, we're out of here.
trial,
John Kerry stayed behind, and I'm sure that was at the directions of the President of the United
trial,
States. And so
trial,
it's going to be interesting to see what our Congress come up with, and
trial,
hopefully we'll
trial,
get enough Democrats to work with us and get this plan either approved or not
trial,
approved. I think that we have to be very careful with Iran. I don't think that their intentions
trial,
are great by America, and for that reason, personally, I would not want to see a deal that,
trial,
especially the deal that is out there right now. I think that
trial,
Iran is a threat to not only Israel but
trial,
to the world and to the Middle East.
trial, 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 trial,
Exactly. Well, it looks like again the compromises that the president has made on
trial,
behalf of Americans it's just
trial,
awful, and I don't understand why he would do this other than to make history. And it goes back to what he said when the president said that he wanted to
trial,
fundamentally
trial,
transform America. I think he met that, and I've always said that. But this is just another instance for him to do that.
trial, trial,
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead, Adrian, and go on with the show
trial,
because I know that we have a backup in place. But go ahead and talk a
trial,
little bit about some of the hot topics that you wanted to cover.
trial, 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 trial,